Hey, this is yours truly, Edward, aka Bionicle Boy. Time to watch the latest Death Battle, the one with Deadpool versus the Mask. And I have to say that even I was kind of surprised to see that Deadpool's gonna fight against the Mask. And some even expected that the Mask should battle against Discord from My Little Pony. And I was even thinking, what if in this Death Battle none of them is gonna kill one another? What if they're gonna actually be friends to one another? Wiz and Boosie are trying to get rid of Deadpool for his annoyingness. What if I was thinking, could the Mask could give Deadpool a wedgie? But it's time to find out today. The way even Deadpool didn't even kill Pinkie Pie. Let's see if he's gonna kill the Mask.
Happy holidays from Rooster Teeth! Go to the Rooster Teeth!
Merry Christmas to you too.
You sure this is gonna work? This will shut him up for good?
Trust me, it's the perfect plan.
Yeah,
Okay then, let's get started.
let's.
For most of us, the laws of reality are unbending rules we never question.
Even for us, but for some people, they're more like guidelines.
Such as Deadpool, Marvel's merc with a micro-penis.
And the Mask, a total Chad who just oozes big dick energy.
Huh. Could have sworn that would get his attention.
He's Wiz and I'm Ballistic.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
My third death battle? Ha! Wait, what was that about a micro penis?
First Death Battle? Oh wait, he's
Every
right.
famous superhero has a special something which makes them recognizable. Some are gothic knights of darkness, a showcase of order versus chaos. Some are instantly relatable, a prime example of an average person in a not-so-average world.
And some are shoved in your face over and over and over again until you just can't take it anymore.
Oh, shucks. Are you talking about me? You're such a sweet talker.
Go away.
We've been through this, but why stop a good thing? Hi, I'm Wade Wilson, masterful mercenary and twice robbed of winning People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive award. Way back, I got stuck in a seriously shitty situation called cancer. The worst supervillain. But then the good folks of Department K offered me a cure. Sounded great. Until I learned the big plot twist.
Yeah, that
Department K
disfigured
is
your whole
actually a sect of the
skin.
Weapon X program, a top-secret project for crafting super soldiers by any means necessary.
They shot Wade up with 50 cc's of hot, creamy Wolverine juice. It gave him the
Big
same
Diddy,
crazy
Ninja
healing
Spider-Man.
factor, but also turned his face into an improv comedy prompt.
You look like an avocado. Had sex with an older, more disgusting avocado.
After escaping in gruesome fashion, Wade resumed his life as a mercenary, taking the name Deadpool.
He's got your standard superhuman buffs. Super strength, super speed,
Oh, the
super
movie was so
toughness,
funny.
works.
I
But he
saw
put
it
that
at the
super
cinema.
swagger to use as an expert martial artist. So it's hard to tell sometimes because he lets himself get hit a lot.
Hey, when you have a healing factor
More
that
of our
even
awareness.
Logan
Yeah,
is
just like
used to
Pinkie
chart
Pie.
adamantium skeleton blush, you let yourself nosh on a lead sandwich every once in a while. I've survived gunshot wounds, impalement, organ destruction, stupefaction, and even freaking disintegration. Good luck trying to take me out.
Don't take all the credit for yourself. You know you were cursed with everlasting life by Thanos during some of that.
Yeah, well, me and Space Grimace have a really deep relationship. About as deep as I am and his girlfriend. Hey-oh!
Good thing Thanos removed the curse so we could violently murder you.
An impulse I deeply empathize with.
Well, as much as I liked getting resurrected after that, I like doing the
Look,
opposite
they're
to
doing
other
from his
people
grave.
even more. As in killing them. With weapons, especially my lovely golden girls, Bee and Arthur.
That would be his katanas, which are almost unbreakable thanks to an energy field from his suit.
Named
Holy
Bea and
stars,
Arthur.
They can even cut the Hulk.
Even then, Deadpool is a walking arsenal with enough machine guns, sniper rifles, grenades, rocket launchers, tranquilizers, etc. to take out a small country.
And if I'm feeling cute, I might delete you
Chimichanga.
later with any one of the wacky weapons of mass destruction I've picked up on my misadventures. Like a gun that wipes you from history, the actual Venom symbiote, and the 7th Infinity Stone, the Continuity Gem. It rewrites canon itself and could even make Wiz and Boomstick bearable co-hosts. I mean, maybe.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's go over some of these feats
Deadpool
of
is
yours.
different.
Take it away, Wiz.
With pleasure. Deadpool has showcased his impressive super strength win at one point.
Let's see if your
Stood
plan's
up
gonna
straight
prevail,
without
Wiz
aid.
and Boomstick.
Based on Deadpool's cannon weight and examining the distribution of mass here, we can deduce his legs can support 210 pounds, or just under 100 kilograms.
Wait, what?
Oh, or how about the time he held up this pistol? That's a Desert Eagle Mark 19, which weighs 72 whole ounces. Amazing!
Guys, what the hell? You know I can kick people through concrete walls and yank around a 6-ton helicopter, right?
Here we can see him running, much like typical human beings run. And the average male running speed is about 9.4 kilometers per hour.
Hey, I was out running a goddamn airplane. Do you know how fast airplanes are? Jesus H. Christ almighty. Do some research for once, you frauds.
Jokes aside, Deadpool can move faster than the eye can track. He's caught Captain America's shield, which Cap can throw fast enough to slice through tanks. He's even dodged the electric-powered mutant Surge's lightning blasts. If these are anything like the leaders of real lightning, they could be moving over 98,000 meters per second.
Deadpool's a tough son of a bitch, too. He survived a sunburn from a freaking space laser, getting crushed under the Chrysler building, and an explosion that cratered an entire city block. Just look at the size of that!
Crack-a-boom.
Measuring the crater's volume and applying statistics for pulverization of rocks, the explosion must have equaled about 130 tons of TNT.
That's like getting hit in the face with 22 monster trucks driving at top speed, all at the same time.
But Deadpool isn't perfect. Far from it, obviously. Unlike Wolverine, his chemically induced healing factor isn't a natural evolution, and so it seriously damaged his brain. Which explains a lot.
This guy isn't just annoying as balls, he's legit insane. Talk about a terrible combination.
Well, Deadpool's insanity leads him to talk to seemingly invisible people, namely the writers and editors of each comic book he's in.
I mean, is it really insanity if it's true? That's even how he
When
got
I
rid of
first
the
met
continuity
Deadpool was
gem,
on the
by
game
literally
Spider-Man Chapter
handing it over to
Dimension.
the editors.
While his broken mind and daredevil attitude makes him incredibly unpredictable, it can often put him in over his head. Plus, while his healing factor is quite potent, it's not an instant quick fix.
That's why he prefers to reattach his limbs rather than wait for them to regrow.
Am I crazy? Or is your hand really small?
That's not pleasant.
His biggest weakness
when
is
Juggernaut
a
ripped
dumb
him in
internet
two and
meme,
then-
and he should feel bad about it.
Got a body of a
Using
baby.
this mathematical formula, taking account of Deadpool's abundance in media, we can quantify exactly how dumb he is.
You know, I've done this death battle bullshit 3 times now, and can I just say, I hope you douchebags never change. I love it. I'll be over there chomping on popcorn and chimichangas while your heads explode trying to figure out how I could possibly lose this one. Toodles.
Good riddance.
Deadpool may be an annoying clown who has menaced Marvel's good and bad sides for decades, but he's also had sex with my mom over 100 times and made her moan like, hey, who changed the prompter? Come back here, you son of a bitch!
Now it's time for the math.
Psychologist Carl Jung once described the persona as a kind of mask, designed on the one hand to make a definite impression on others, and on the other to conceal the true nature of the individual.
Right.
Basically, who we are on the inside is different than who we are on the outside. But what if putting on a mask could actually reveal what was underneath it?
Underneath the mask? You mean your face?
I don't even know how to start to answer that.
Use your mouth, it's on your face. Well, while Wiz is trying to figure out how masks work, dumbass, let's talk about one mask in particular, the mask.
Its origins are shrouded in mystery. Some say it was used as part of an African tribal ritual. Others say it was created by Loki, the Norse god of mischief.
Who knows and who cares?
Yeah,
It wound up in the hands
the mask
of
was one
Stanley
of my
Ipkiss,
childhood
the
cartoons.
sloppiest, dorkiest loser this side of Deadpool.
Stanley
Degenerate
Ipkiss.
degenerates have feelings too, you know.
Curious, Stanley donned the mask and was transformed from an everyman to a Superman.
Smoking.
And now he's a big green cartoon character the media dubbed Big Head.
But you can just call him the Mask. With his newfound powers, Stanley would take on the mob, get the girl, and live happily ever after. Right?
Don't let the family movie fool you. Sorry, movies. I always forget that second one.
Don't blame you. This ain't your silly Steamboat Willie shenanigans. Get ready for some good old-fashioned hardcore violence.
See, the mask itself is alive, and it desires nothing more than absolute carnage. By tapping into its wearer's repressed id, it can turn a nebbish nobody like Stanley into a rampaging serial killer.
Complete with Bugs Bunny powers. Horrifying.
What's up,
Metaphysical
Doc?
combat scientists like myself have long speculated about a unifying theory that could explain the source of the mask's powers. We call this phenomenon Toon Force. Think of characters such as Bugs Bunny, Popeye, and Michael Jordan. A being that wields Toon Force seems capable of accomplishing almost anything they desire so long as they find it humorous. With this power, the mask can manipulate the laws of physics whenever he likes, even breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, God, no. He can break it, too. You never said anything about that. And now we've got two of them.
Don't forget about me.
Pinky.
Two of them.
Regardless, Toon Force allows the mask to
Maybe
summon any
three
kind
of
of
them.
weapon imaginable from thin air.
Everything from
Because
oversized
they're
guns and rocket launchers to
broomstick.
whoopee cushions, dynamite, anvils, hell, anything from the good fellas at Acme.
Toon Force users can manipulate their bodies in any way they like, whether it be stretching their limbs, inflating themselves like a balloon, or shape-shifting into giant monsters.
And best of all, you can't really hurt a tune. Well, at least not in the normal way.
Right, it's not that the mask has a specific healing factor or some such. It's more like he can just say no to damage.
He's had holes blown in him, had his head cut off, stripped his own flesh from his bones, and was blown up into a bloody pulp. He can outpace Lobo, remember him? Because he doesn't need to wait for his body to heal. It just happens.
The mouse
scariest
and
thing
Dead
about the mask
and Lobo.
Toon Force is how it affects the world
crossover.
around him. In most cases, the rules of Toon Force are applied to the user and whomever or whatever the force is affecting.
This even happens in the movie. Man, look at her go.
But in the true canon of the mask, this is not the case. And this leads to some, well, horrific imagery. The mask can pick up cars and knock over buildings with ease. He can dodge point-blank bullets and run fast enough to set the ground on fire. He has survived massive explosions, giant robots, and being kicked in the testicles so hard he flew.
Out of all the gore in those comics, that is the worst thing I've seen yet. But remember what we said before about him fighting Lobo? The guy who ate a city?
At one point, Lobo and the mask raced around the entire planet several times in the span of just a few seconds, and then crashed into each other in an absolutely gargantuan blast. Based on their after-trail rings, and given an estimated time frame of less than half a minute, which fits given the context, they must have been going over 9 million meters per second.
What a couple of scams.
There's only one way to really stop the mask, and that's by removing the mask itself.
Is Deadpool gonna remove his mask?
The only way is if the wearer has already decided to let it come off. And with the power it gives, who'd want to?
Technically, the conscience of the person the mask possesses still exists, and could be reasoned with or tricked into removing the mask.
Like when Lobo threw a guilt bomb at him after he murdered hundreds of people.
But the mask itself has an astronomically powerful influence on its host.
Right. I mean, who doesn't like letting loose every once in a while? We've covered a lot of vicious murderers on the show, but I've never seen one who has as much fun with it as the Mask.
Let's rock this joint!
Now the time has come.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
Who's
possibilities.
run him as most
But
wacky
first, I've got a
character?
hunger for some.
Deadpool the
Swear
mask.
if you cut the commercial, I'll strangle you both with an actual blue apron.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
Choose your meals each week, get the ingredients delivered to your doorstep, and whip up a meal using the easy-to-follow directions provided.
Blue Apron offers plenty of different menu options with an ever-changing mix of meat,
Because
fish,
I'm on
plant-forward,
Marvel's
and
side,
vegetarian recipes,
I'm going
even
for
if you don't know the
Deadpool.
difference between a kettle and a saucepan.
It's a great way to whip up whatever you want for your meals, even stuff you never thought you could make at all. My favorite part is feeling like a master chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease.
Are you ready to start making some magic in the kitchen? You gotta try this out.
Blue Apron believes cooking matters. Don't have it delivered, pre-cooked, or picked up. Cook it. One a week, once a month, or at least once more than you do now.
Check out this week's menu.
What if
and
the
get
mouse
$60
cannot
off
kill
when you
Deadpool
visit
because he could actually regenerate?
blueapron.com/battle.
That's blueapron.com/battle. Blue Apron. Just cook.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Now, let's see. How does it look? Is it pixel?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this mess. But there's only enough funding for a few minutes of animation, so we're skipping that part.
DBX. Huh? Huh?
Smoking!
All right, Majora's mistake. You've got one chance to take that off.
Huh?
Penis metaphor!
Huh?
He decapitated him.
Woo! What a ride!
I must break you.
Got it. Actually, that's not canon.
One of the Infinity Stones.
Say, I know the right people. With this continuity gem, I can rewrite anything I think needs fixing. I could stop Hitler from being born, rewrite the Star Wars prequels,
Or even make you take off that mask. No! Stop it! No!
this is over.
He snapped his fingers like Thanos. Huh?
Oh, wow! You weren't kidding. Ah, beans were in the storyboards. Old chum, I think that zany stunt of yours ran out the budget. Can't make the scene if you don't have the green. Lucky for you, I have an idea.
Now they're selling for money in order to turn everything back to normal. Deadpool water. What?
Ah, that's it. Honey bun, we're good to go.
Bring it on, partner.
What? Where'd you get that? Oh, Jack! I'm already wearing it!
Look at the sky. He isn't me. Although the internet thinks he might be. Perhaps I've gone too far, far from my reality. I'll do this right. I'm not a joke. What even is a chimichanga? Fuck you.
Fast lady.
Indeed.
Chakaboom. They all turn into ass. Huh? What?
Who's next?
KO!
Yes! He's gone! He's finally gone! He can never bother us again!
The mask
Why don't I
defeated
feel
him.
as awesome as I should?
To be fair, given his more robust history, Deadpool held a solid advantage in experience and skill. He was relatively smarter and more, mentally put together in comparison, so it's possible he could have outsmarted the Mask if given the chance.
Yes, if that chance was never gonna come. He had some really cool feats of strength and speed, but the Mask
Their
blew him
plan
out of the water.
prevailed.
Like, who cares that Deadpool pulled around a 6-ton copter when the Mask knocked over a building weighing over 1,000 tons? And comparing their speed, he's 100 times faster too. Like, there's no contest.
Not to mention the size of the blast from the Mask and Lobo's collision equals 322 teratons of TNT, trillions of times greater than Deadpool's asteroid feat.
Whiz, stop. None of that matters. This is stupid. We bid Deadpool against a cartoon god. Like you said, the Mask could just say no to damage. Deadpool couldn't even really hurt him. This whole thing was a blowout, a total stump.
No, I mean, I guess you're right. We're supposed to be impartial, and we went too far. But Boomstick, it's too late to change it.
There's no way to mask what we've done.
The winner is...
What the hell?
Huh?
Dear Wiz and Boomstick, I know our relationship has been a rocky one, but I just wanted to say, thanks. Thanks for helping me rediscover who I am. Who I really am. The past decade of memes and cosplays and Hot Topic shirts changed me, and I couldn't see it on my own. You made me remember my true self, missing feet and all. And with some help from this royalty-free Sarah McLachlan ripoff song, I hope you can find in your hearts your true selves too. Sayonara, Death Battle. Sayonara.
Goodbye, Deadpool.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Wiz, but I wish he was still around.
Yeah, me too. Oh no!
Oh, yeah! The winner is me!
He's back!
Hey, thanks for watching this
continued
interesting episode.
Infinity
If you want the battle
Stone.
music for yourself, you can get by clicking the link down below, and we're about
Well,
to
it
announce
was fear
this
that
year's
it didn't
season
work.
finale.
Now let's see who's gonna fight next.
I have the power of youth on my side.
So from Naruto versus All Might, my guy. It would appear that Wiz and Boomstick felt bad for Deadpool that he didn't want to go. Kind of rocked their relation. It appeared that no one didn't die, but the Mask prevailed anyway. And he didn't even give him a wedgie that I expected. Somebody stop me!